Hi, and welcome back to Calico Pine. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some of the things that I have canned over the past few weeks. There's currently a canning challenge going on called the, what is it called again? Every Bit Counts Challenge, that's what it is. It's hosted by Jessica over at Three Rivers Homestead. Great YouTube channel, but anyways, this is not about her. This is about stuff I've been canning. So first off, got bone broth. I made 12 quarts of this about 2 weeks ago now, and I am already through a quarter of that. I have 9 left. Let's see how long those last. I also canned some chickpeas. I had some the other day. While there's not really much liquid in it, they are pretty good, and I think they'll be better for hummus and roasting than just eating straight out of the jar, because I didn't add any salt. So they're a little plain, but really good roasted, because I season them really well. But I also have canned pear slices. I go to this little community dinner every Tuesday, and someone there has been bringing in sand pears every time. I think the past 2 that I've been. I had to sadly miss this past one because I didn't have a ride to go, and yeah, I have plenty of pears though. Speaking of said pears, I also have pear sauce. This one has pumpkin pie spice in it. I've got 2 half pints and a whole pint, but this stuff is delicious. I also canned some garlic basil tomato sauce. It's a little thin, but I did put the right amount of lemon juice in them, so I think it'll be fine. But my mom said that it tastes exactly like the tomato stuff that her my great-great-grandma, she used to make tomato mac. So it's literally macaroni noodles and tomatoes. She canned herself, and Mom has never been able to recreate it, but I just did the garlic basil tomato sauce recipe from the Ball Blue Book to Home Preservation, and she says it tastes exactly like it. So I'm probably going to keep making this with whatever tomatoes I can get. I only had enough to make 2 jars. I used some tomatoes that I got from the garden. I only had like 3.5 quart bags in the freezer, which is a great tip, by the way. Freezing your tomatoes, it makes them really easy to peel. You just run them under hot water for a second, and you don't even need to score them a lot of times, I find. I can literally just like peel it off. But anyways, I also, for my birthday, if you follow me on Instagram, you would see that I had gone to a Ute-Pick blueberry farm with my boyfriend, and I decided to can the blueberries whole in some honey syrup. I also have a jar of just the honey syrup that I have the blueberry infused with, because I had to cook all of them down because I was gonna raw pack it, but then the jars were too cold. They were literally feeling like they were frozen. So I ended up just dumping it all into a pot and cooking it, because in my brain it should make sense to still be safe, because it would have been the same thing but cooked in the not pressure cooker. I wasn't pressure canning it, though it is a pressure canner. I have a Presto 23 quart pressure canner that I can use as both a pressure canner and a water bath canner. And we have a glass stove top, so I wanted something that I could use on that, because even before I lived here, we had a glass stove top at the last house. So I was thinking about that a year ago when we got it, And I didn't start even my first canning project until this January, which is a little annoying. Kind of disappointed in myself that I waited that long, because this is literally one of the easiest things I do as far as home preservation. I would say that freezing is harder, because you have to blanch things, and then I've burnt myself before. But anyways, the idea behind this is waffles, and pancakes. I can take the blueberries and put them in the mix even, and then we have the syrup, and both of it is really delicious. What was I gonna say about this one? Okay, I'll figure it out. This is peach butter, so kind of like apple butter, but made with peaches. I ended up with a gallon and a half of half frozen peaches that I don't even know how she's related to me. Somewhere on my mom's side, she's related to me. My great aunt, Iris, I think. She froze a bunch of peaches, gave some to my grandpa. He gave me some peaches because he's diabetic and he didn't really have an idea of what else to use the peaches for other than cobbler, which he obviously can't have a lot of because he's diabetic. And he had so many peaches. But last but not least, I canned some cranberry juice because I found frozen cranberries in the bottom of one of our deep freezers, and cranberry juice is really good. I had only one seal failure in all of this, which was on a cranberry juice. Actually, wait, no. Yeah, that's the only seal failure I've had. I've been using these canning lids that I got off Amazon. If I can find them, I'll link them below. But I think I've only ever had 2 seal failures so far, and I've used about half of one sleeve of them, and there's 200 in the entire pack. So I've used about 50, and I've only had 2 seal failures, which for the price, I think this was like, when I bought it, I know it was under $10 for all 200. So, I mean, it's getting used still, even though there's a seal failure. So not a problem to me. Both seal failures, however, have been with a water bath canner, so it could just be user error. Because I've only really canned now this stuff and a orange syrup that was supposed to be marmalade, but it was a little too thin. But either way, a little note though, I did a raw pack method that I have found with these cranberries, and the sugar did not dissolve at the bottom. I don't think I stirred it enough when I was debubbling it. So if you're gonna do this, maybe stir a little better. I did test with one of them that had a seal failure. I just warmed it up and it ended up fine. I just had to stir it for a little while. It broke up just fine, but that's the stuff that I've been canning recently. So far, I haven't tried the peach butter. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had one seal failure with the blueberries. But again, water bath canning. Oh, I've had a lot more seal failures than I thought. I had one seal failure with this too, the peach butter. But I think that was my fault because there was peach butter on the rim when I went to lift it like this to test them. So it didn't seal properly, and I assume I didn't wipe it good enough. Or maybe when I was screwing the lids on, I did it not tight enough or too tight. I don't really know. I know you're supposed to do it fingertip tight. I'm still learning, obviously, so learn from my mistakes, I guess. And hopefully in the future I'll be able to post a video of me actually canning stuff with actual footage of the cooking process, the canning process, and all that stuff. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit into my preservation. Oh, one last thing. I did can 2 of these jars of pears with cinnamon sticks in them. I have yet to try them, but they look gorgeous. So if you like cinnamon and pears together, maybe try that, because I've seen people do that. People that I've seen are very to the rule book, so it's obviously probably safe. It's just cinnamon. You can add cinnamon into the syrup itself anyways, so I figured why not? Just like I could add cinnamon into the pear sauce, well, pumpkin pie spice. It had a recipe for spiced applesauce, which is the recipe I was supposed to follow also for pears. Okay, I think that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit into my preservation journey. A little bit of the stuff that I'm putting in my larder. And if you don't know, a larder is essentially a pantry. Learn something new every day. But thank you again, and bye!